Okay, so I'll share my screen now. Yeah, so can you guys see my screen?
Yep,
Hello?
I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Okay, so I'll start from the wiki for the sprint, which is sprint 7, and I'll quickly I'll quickly highlight the tasks that we worked on. I'll list out the tasks and I'll talk a bit about them and what we've done on them. So the first task here is CB80, which has to do with clearing fields after searching. So in the last demo, we decided that after a user completes the search, he is going to be given the option to actually clear um, the search inputs. Then we also worked on CB83, which has to do with updating the encounter component UI. And we worked on CB79, which has to do with the date fields which were not compatible across browsers. Then we worked on CB78, which has to do with exporting details about a patient list. Now that was just about downloading the patient list in a CSV format. Then we also worked on, okay, this was the bug, the cancel button on the save words component wasn't working. Then CB52, we haven't worked on this one yet, which is refactor tabs component and tabs content component. Then CB74 also, we haven't worked on it, which is one in our test. CB77, we haven't worked on this as well. Data inclusion on concept search. CB82, proper redirection after loading. We haven't worked on this. CB84, unnecessary space, approved search tabs. Button. We haven't worked on this as well. CB85, concept search work for unauthenticated user. We haven't worked on this. Then CB86, when the selection field should not be program element search component. Yeah, we worked on that one. CB75, okay, we had some issues with program enrollment search. Yeah, we haven't done that. Then CB11, delete save quotes, that functionality has been added. CB10, save research, that functionality has also been added. Then CB33, drop other components, make search requests. Yeah, this hasn't been done. But along with the meeting we had, like the UI meeting which we had during the sprint, most of the changes that were suggested for that meeting are actually going to be done in this current demo. So I'll go into the app now and just demo the current functionality that we have after ending sprint 7. So after with concept and observation, we demoed this in the last sprint. It is still as it is. We're supposed to work on it in this current demo. Okay, I think I should also add that based off the last call that we had during sprint 7, we've been able to prioritize our tasks, and I would say the tasks that we're going to be focusing on are actually going to have to do with this concept observation search, the drug order component, and improving the UI. So let me just start them now. So the start by concept and observation still as it is, like I said. So click and search and click on the observation, then you can actually start for patients who have the observation or do not have the observation. The date range does not work yet, but like I said, we worked on improving allowing cross browser functionality across all these components in the app. So the date components have actually been updated, although it doesn't work yet. Then within last month, this works. And is search. Okay, so we have patients without malaria treatment. So that's for the concept of observation. This is what we have now. Then patient attributes. Okay, this function works only for all females that have think between 60 and 70 years. Like 211 results, and these complex have actually had their dates as well, their date of birth, the range of date of birth. Say, so, okay, this also works as well. Also, the search by personal attributes still works. And so this works, and the user can actually reset now. You can either make search again by adding a new field. Because the search input are not clear when it makes a search. And make search again, so it's completed. And you can actually click on reset button to clear all fields, same as for the search by demographics. Then the encounter components. Yeah, we've worked on this. Like we mentioned earlier, that users have issues using the multi-select box. So we explored a different type of multi-select box, and this is what we have now. So you can actually choose different encounters, and they get added to the select field. So I'll pick several encounters. Okay, then you can actually choose a location, say at July, and a form, and at least this many. I'll say 0 up to 100, and I can actually make a search. So there are no results for that search, and user can actually clear the field. And you can also add this like from before. Okay, and you can click on reset to clear the fields. And also, we updated the UI like you suggested from the last demo, so we save some space, moving this from form to be horizontally aligned with the application. Then search by location still remains as it is. Yes, so the user can actually reset. Then I'll move to program enrollments. Now for program enrollments, the user can search by different programs or workflow and states. Although when I was checking this morning, I discovered a little bug, and we're going to work on that in the current sprint. I discovered that selecting workflow and state actually causes the app to how I put it, to crash. So I would select those two for now. But program in program dates also works. And say, okay, patient have a program. I'll use one of before 1990, let's say 2000. Okay, make search. That returns no results. Okay, today's date. Get this. Okay, make search. For this returns 5 results. And the same for enrollment programs also works. Although I'm not sure about the data set that we have back in right now. Okay. So that becomes 0 results. And also when the completed program as well works. So that returns 0 results. And the user can clear all fields after he has made the search. Then drop other components. Here we'll be focusing on this in the current sprints. And then composition component as well. We've updated the UI like we suggested, so it looks uniform like other search components, the buttons and the labels. Okay, the same component which I actually clicked on now isn't supposed to be part of this demo. It's part of what's it called? It's part of the current sprint 8. So I think it's still there because I didn't refresh. So I'll just quickly refresh with the same component. So I'll go back to composition component. So we updated the UI, added the label, and actually added the label to show that the fields are actually required. And as usual, we can still combine searches. So I'll combine, let me combine 2 or 3. And again, like description. If user doesn't enter description, it gets a warning. Um, Search. And that returns 211 results. Same ones for search. Okay, and so that works. Then we have the search history component, which based off the feedback we got from the the meeting during sprint 7 is going to be updated. But this is what we have at the end of sprint 7. But in sprint 8, this is going to be updated to meet details we got from that meeting as I mentioned earlier, as well as the same cohort component. But same cohort component, like worked on it, and I think the only issue we had then was this reset button. But with our current specifications, same cohort component is going to be here by the end of sprint 8. So I'll just demo it, name, and I'll say a description. Then say, so that adds it to the saved cohort. And now the user can actually delete histories as well as save histories. So he has a list of save histories, and he can also save quotes or delete quotes as he may please. Then the final thing I'll demo is downloading the result set as CSV by clicking on download button. So that downloads the result set. Okay, so this is the CSV file. The same thing goes for quotes. I actually download. So this is the result set. And so that is what we worked on. I think that should be all of what we worked on during sprint 7. But I'd like to retweet again on what is going to change in sprint 8 after sprint 8 based off the call and the meeting, like I said earlier. The save history component is going to change, and the save quote component isn't going to be here anymore. So that's it from me regarding the demo of the app and what we currently have at the end of sprint 7. Now I'll just ask for feedback from you, Daniel and Darius. Hello?
Yep. No, so that things look good. I think they're also getting to look more consistent and behave more consistently also across the different components.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You can go on.
No, I mean, there's some minor, I think at some point will make some minor comments about wording and labels and things like that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
those are small and I didn't really write them down.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to go back through. I had a couple of questions about specific components. And it's more, I'm wondering whether there is a ticket for these already that's planned for the next sprint or not. So the concept and observation component.
Yes.
is there a ticket for being able to search by value? Or rather, sorry, search where you put in, like, I want to search for weight between 30 and 50 kilograms, or...
Yes, the current ticket for the search by concepts and observation, even though I'm not sure it has been updated, we're actually working on it to meet everything that you highlighted in the last demo. Because I think Murphy was working on it earlier during the demo, but he had some sort of blocker which he had to reach out, and he couldn't finish it,
Okay.
yeah, during the last sprint, where he raised a top boost where I think all the necessary specifications should be would actually be met out. Because right now, this is one of the components we're trying to focus on. Like, we want to ensure that the concept and observation tab component works, the drug order component works, and then we update the UI. So those are three things that we're trying to focus on, and we feel like if we actually complete that, other issues or other tickets actually more of we need to work fixes and stuff here. Yeah, work fixes. But those three issues are what I want to focus on in this sprint. So, like you said, more will be reaching out once we start working on the tickets.
Okay, cool. Another thought I had while looking at the composition search component is that it would be nice if nice to have but not requirement if when you've put in the composition, it sort of auto generates the description.
Okay, we are coming. Let me just quickly share my screen. We can get that. Okay. Yeah, so window. Yeah, so on the composition search, you said, sorry, Darius, can you go again?
Yeah, I was saying it would be nice if, if you've typed 2 and 3, it would be
Okay.
nice if the description can be auto-generated based on the fact that 2 and 3 actually also have
Oh,
descriptions already sort of in the history.
hmm. Yeah, it's actually possible. So I think we'll add a ticket for that.
Yeah, I would say, put a ticket for it, and it can be a nice to have.
I didn't get that.
Create a ticket for it. It can be a nice to have. Nice to have. It doesn't
Okay, okay.
must
We'll do
have
that.
ticket.
We noted that down, Darius.
Cool. So I don't really have a lot of other comments about besides the things that we've already noted around the general workflow. I think I'm reminded again that when you do a search, like because the screen is so big, or there's, the search actually only appears further below. So, and maybe it's especially with like the encounter and like some of the tabs where the search is bigger, but basically you do the search, you click the search button, and there's nothing visual on the screen itself that indicates where.
Okay. What we're going to be doing in this break is once the user clicks on search. Okay, you're talking of the search results. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Well, like we decided in the last, can you hear me? Yeah, like we decided in the UI meeting, we're going to have a search history component that actually shows the search history results. So I don't really get what you were trying to say there.
Sure, go ahead and click on Encounter, the tab up top.
Okay. Oh.
Right. So right now, right on your screen, I can't actually see the results on the same screen. So if I click the search button,
Yes.
I mean, I know that I've executed the search, but nothing, without scrolling, I can't see, I don't get any indication that anything has happened. The form doesn't reset itself. There's no toast message or something.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really know what the right solution to that is. But it's, yeah, anyway, that just occurs to me, especially while watching the demo, because I can't hear you click or see you click or anything.
Okay. Basically, when you click on search, results shows, and results received the save history tab. Based on the implementation we are to do for the next sprint, once you click search, your table is automatically displayed.
Yeah, but I think if I get what you're saying, I would say once the user clicks search, it should be possible that this search history component steals the focus. Is that what you're trying to say, Darius?
Well, that would be one solution, although I think that might also be a little jarring.
Okay.
So maybe just having a toast message pop up briefly saying like executing search for something, and then when the results are ready, results ready for something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like it would be good to have some indication, but
Yeah.
if it makes the screen jump around, that might be confusing also. Or I mean, that might not be good either. So I don't know what the right solution is. I just
Okay.
wanted to point it out as a concern.
Okay. Probably like a message telling the user that the search results are below. But we get what you're trying to say, Darius. Hello,
Do you
Darius.
have,
Okay.
Yep.
would it be worse if we had the results in a tab of it on its own, like maybe the rightmost tab being for results?
You said, what if we had the results in a tab, like the rightmost tab, right?
Would that be?
I think during the last meeting, the UI meeting, one of the things that we mentioned was it would be nice to actually have searches and if searches remain up in the tabs. So that's like the consistency purpose.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want the results to be another tab on the same level as the other tabs. But I mean, you could imagine searches being a column, like the left column is doing searches and the right column is seeing the results. But that would be a bigger change, and it might not work. I mean, yeah, you'd really only want that if we can have a little bit of screen resizing or something, or dynamic behavior, so that if the screen is narrower, then it falls to the second. I don't know. I think it's okay to just sort of note this as an issue to think about later.
Okay. If you notice. Okay, we've noted that. Any other contributions?
There was I think was it on for observations include voided or something. You just click the concept observation tab. Something minor. But
You said?
yeah, can you just click the concept observation tab?
Okay.
Yeah, is it okay to move include bubbles to the right top Right. To save some space.
Yes, we got that.
Yep. And also, you see there's some sort of gray line after include verbose. So can we get rid of that and also the line below it? I'm just trying to look for ways of preserving a bit more screen space. And also after the buttons, cast and saved history. Before the headers, SN display description, I see that space is kind of big. Can we reduce that a little bit? And, same.
Okay.
Okay.
Goes. Like we consider the space, but I should also point out that this isn't going to be what the search history component is going to look like at the end of sprint 8. It would only show search results. There wouldn't be any tab for cache or save history. It's only going to show save results. So it's only going to show search results rather.
Yeah. Also, the rows. Go ahead.
Does the include verbose? First off, we have to change the word thing on that. That's terrible. I mean, of course, it's copied from what was there before. Not your fault. It's historically terrible. But does it work?
Yeah, it works.
Okay. Yeah, we should really just have a way to include the description or the beginning of the description in the result anyway. Another question. Well, actually, looking at this, I would kind of expect. I know that you copied this from how the old thing worked, but it would probably work better if this was just a regular auto-suggest or auto-completing dropdown. As in, it's weird that you type malaria, but then the result is, a couple centimeters. The results that come back are several centimeters down.
I didn't get that.
I would expect this to work just like a normal auto-completing text field. So you type, right now, I mean, I'm seeing those suggestions, like, which I guess that's from your browser's autocomplete.
Yes.
So maybe that should be disabled. But those results, malarial smear and malnutrition, should be showing up just as if they're the thing you're filling in that text box.
Oh, I see.
I mean, basically, what's happening here is sort of an very unusual behavior for how an autocomplete would work. And I know you copied it from what I did back like a decade ago, but yeah, it would be better if it were a normal standard one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put that into the experience. So basically, just saying, instead of using the browser autocomplete, we should disable that and kind of like use create a one default autocomplete, right? Using the result set we are getting back as the autocomplete drop down.
Yeah, exactly like what's going on in the encounter tab in the encounter type.
Okay. Yeah.
Although I guess that one, I don't know if that one's a type ahead or what, but.
No, it's not a type ahead. There's actually some result sets that are actually gotten from the.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I use to populate this.
Okay, well, yeah. So it wouldn't be that way for concept, but the idea that like the results that come back are sort of visually attached to that field rather than being in a different component several centimeters away.
I get what you're saying.
All right. Again, I wanted to ask, like, from the feedback we got from the UI meeting, I guess we won't be using icons anymore. We'll just go with links. Hello?
Was that a question or a comment?
Yeah, question. I'm just saying that from the feedback we got, it means we won't be using icons anymore. We'll just go with links and text. Now this will just be like a delete link, a download link, delete link, and a view link. That's what we're doing now.
I mean, I think I could see either way. It maybe depends on also seeing it all together. But I mean, the download link and the delete link are pretty standard. The view link is perhaps confusing. Like, I mean, just sorry, the icon seeing the eye, it's not totally obvious what that's going to do.
Okay.
But so as to whether it's links or sorry, icons or names, I don't have a strong opinion. But if someone else said something on the UI meeting,
Okay. Okay. We'll just go with what we got from the UI meeting then.
yeah, and the order of things will move around a bit.
You said?
The order of things of the columns will move around a bit, right? As so, like if you go back to the cached tab, one of the comments was that as the ability to save the two different things is merged together, or is merged into this one component, basically you'll have the columns that are about doing the search go together, and then the columns that are about doing about the results go together.
Yes, we're working towards that.
I think maybe the thing that about text versus icons is that if you have two different save icons, it may be easier if there's text saying what they are instead of just two different things that are the same save icon. But alternately, maybe if one of them is right next to the number of results and the other one is right next to the description, maybe that works also.
Okay. I think we will just go with text. So, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I said, yeah, we've taken down the all the suggestions and feedback.
Yeah, is the top left icon supposed to be? Isn't it supposed to be the penguin's icon?
Which of that? I didn't get it.
The top left on the header.
No, this one.
Yeah, right.
Okay. What's icon? Let me check. Oh, okay, the icon is actually not showing. So we look at that as well.
Yeah, and the link should also be able to work to actually take you to where it should do.
Okay. or physician unions. We'll look into that. So I guess that's it from us.
I also wanted to say that when you go to the Encounter tab,
Okay.
I wanted to say that I liked the way you dealt with encounter type. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I like that. It's beautiful. Being able
Yeah, that's
to,
really nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
Plus
so
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll also be using it for any of the multiple select, especially on this drug order components.
yeah, yeah. It was a very clever way of taking care of this limited screen space. Thank you.
Okay.
So about the remaining, so what is the remaining work like? So how are we doing on trend as far as the number, the tickets that are still left to do, the time that's available to do them in? Are we on track?
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, the tickets that are left, the ones that I feel we want to concentrate on and we really would actually help us reach um, the same level as the old board builder is actually this drug order component, getting it to work, this concept and observation component, getting it to work like the old um, the old board builder concept and observation. Now, those two tabs are what are actually giving us concern and what we really want to focus on in this sprint. We feel like the other issues are small bug fixes that we can actually fix. But once we get these two working, we can say yes, we have this bug builder actually working. Only what we left are just those bug fixes.
Cool. So it would be helpful. So a suggestion for something to do typically during these demos would be to show this is the actually specifically show this is the list of tickets that were completed during the last
Yes,
sprint.
yes.
Right, because right now, as opposed to walking through just the entire list of all of the tickets, as far as I know, that's all the tickets that are remaining and or being worked on.
Sure.
Anyway, it would be helpful to see like what was, yeah, basically what was completed this sprint, what is on board for next sprint, and what's what else is the backlog.
Okay. So I already created the sprint 8 board. I just try to put it out here. Wow. Wow. Speaking about actually working, uh, the network stable. Okay, so the current sprint, which is sprint 8, um, I've actually I listed the tickets in order of priority. So we have the search by concept, the searching by observation, question and value. This has to do with the concept and observation tab. Then the drug order component, which has to do with the drug order component. Then the design of the UI for search results. So like I said, those are the three tickets that we're giving priority to in this sprint. Then other tickets are fixing the date range issue on concept search. Then the concept search, we notice that it works for the user that is not logged in. Then proper redirection after logging in. Then removing of space and move the search tab buttons. Then refactoring the tab content. This is more of a implementation issue. Then fixing warning on test. So this is the current board that we have for this sprint. Hello, Darius.
Yeah, great. No, I think that's good. I think so as a bit of feedback as far as doing these kinds of demos, and this is something that I think ThoughtWorks would always do when you're doing a showcase around this, is you want, because, so I'm only looking at this once a week, once every couple of weeks or something like that. Just seeing the list doesn't actually, because I'm not seeing the movement, seeing the list doesn't give me an overview. I mean, it shows me what's coming next. But in order to communicate to a stakeholder about how is the project going, you also want to show, like, here is what we got done. Here is what is still to do, sort of, so distinguish that basically. So, let's say that someone who's more of a project manager is looking at one of these demos, they can say, oh, I see that in the last sprint only 2 tickets got done. We should, is something wrong? Or, oh, in the last sprint 10 tickets got done, that's great. But generally and then the further point is that between now and some number of weeks from now, we want to complete all of this stuff. It would be nice to see some way of each time we look at one of these demos to see something that shows the trend of that, whether it's just here's how many tickets were done per sprint. That gives some idea of like if we know we're getting done 4 tickets per sprint and there's 12 tickets left, then we know about how many more sprints it takes. Just showing something really simplistic. It shouldn't take really any work besides just, here's a list of the tickets done this sprint.
Yes.
And that can also be the thing that guides the demo, because I think it's actually not necessary to go through everything in the UI that hasn't changed for Daniel and I, right? Because we've seen it before. The ones that are, if any of those widgets haven't changed at all, you want to be focusing on, here's what we did. Like, this is one of the tickets we did. Here's the demo for it. Maybe any feedback. Here's the next ticket we did, and so on.
Yes. All right.
So I might try with the next demo, structuring it a little bit that way, that at least one of the first things you show is, here's a list of the tickets we did this sprint.
Okay. Yeah, we've taken that feedback. Thank you very much. So in the next sprint demo, we'll go by what you just said. So, any other additions?
Not from my
Not
end.
any from me.
Okay.
Just want to say that thanks, guys, for the good work you're doing. Keep it up.
Okay. Thank you.
So during the next 2 weeks, we're making some changes to the UI. I think we'll be creating blog posts based on the changes we made. So you guys can give feedback and then we'll work on it. How about
That was good. Hello, Darius. Daniel.
Sorry, I couldn't quite understand that question.
Same here, I didn't.
You say, since we're going to be making many changes to the UI that we have in this week, so we'll keep you guys updated through blog posts as usual.
Could you
Yeah.
could you type it in the window, or if there is?
So you will keep us updated as the changes as you're making them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's great. And if you need feedback halfway through or something, just ask around. Post it on Talk, or
Okay.
yeah, or send. Yep. I'll try to keep up. I'm way behind on reading Talk messages and emails for the last week, but I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good week.
Have a nice time too. Bye bye.
Yeah.